Now, bringing you the very best in New Hampshire-based local music on IPMNation.com and 100.1 The Planet, this is Local Outbreak.
The great Lou Antonucci, who's been on the show with us a few times, he is here with us now in studio. Hello, Lou.
Hey, Matt. How you doing?
Good. You're going to play live for us, so really looking forward to that. Also, want to know more about when you... So what is the name of the show with Harry Chapin, the official name of it?
Official name, You, Me, and Harry.
You, Me, and Harry. I think the first time I ever heard you talk about that was... way back, the first time you were on the show, I think you were kind of in the early stages of developing this.
Yeah, it was. I think it was 3 years ago.
Wow. Jeez, where does the time go? Huh?
Yeah. So we were just getting it started at that time, but it's been going very well.
Yeah.
Over the last couple of years, I don't do a lot of shows. My other schedule of playing restaurants and bars throughout New Hampshire keeps me pretty busy, but I typically try to do a couple, one or two shows of You, Me, and Harry in a month.
Yeah. Let's talk about that more, but I want to play this. So you sent us this promo that'll kind of give people a little bit of a better idea of what this is about, and then we'll talk about it.
Sure.
So let's listen to this.
Playing Friday night at the copper door, then I got a message from Harry when one of his fans walked across the floor, handed me a note. And that note, of course, was a fan's request for Harry's timeless classic, Taxi. Hello everyone, Lou Antonucci here. Harry Chapin was more than just a songwriter, a filmmaker, off-Broadway playwright, and even more importantly, a philanthropist. He was such a masterful storyteller. His music became a mirror to our everyday lives, full of joy, sorrow, triumphs, and quiet disappointments. Chapin transformed fleeting emotions into permanent memories through his songs, captivating audiences with melody and meaning. You, Me, and Harry presents my interpretation of Harry's storytelling. Intertwined with backstories and little-known anecdotes, my one-man stage performance promises to capture you, the audience, from the get-go, and not loosen its grasp until the final note, which is usually a note everyone is singing. Harry, will I do it justice? Harry, will I make you proud? Not everybody's looking for your story song, but there's this one man in the crowd. Could have said I'm sorry, I haven't played that one in years, but something told me to give it a go, and I overcame my fear. All of the fan favorites are there. Cats in the Cradle, Taxi, Mr. Tanner, and so many more. And by the way, the song you're listening to, A Message from Harry, is one of my original tunes inspired by one of Harry's more passionate fans. It's the only song in the show not written by Harry, and I can't wait to play it for you in person, along with Harry's many story songs. So I hope to see you down the road someday soon, when it's just you, me, and Harry. It's been 20-odd years since I sang his words, but I remember everyone.
Yeah, so Lou, I think anyone who listens to that can tell, obviously, this is a project that you're very passionate about. And I'm curious, so what does, we've talked about all this before, obviously, but for newer listeners who don't know or maybe are not familiar with you, what is it about Harry Chapin that you love so much? And obviously, he's a great inspiration to you musically, but what is it about him?
Well, I guess
one of the reasons that I'm so passionate about it because I grew up on him, as I grew up on Neil Young and James Taylor and Jim Croce. But the thing about Harry was he was such a personable entertainer.
Yeah.
His shows were a lot less about singing and a lot more about connecting with the audience.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because as I do these shows, I will after we get through with the sound check and everything, and the doors open and the people are coming in, I'll go around and I'll introduce myself to members of the audience.
Yeah.
And the real interesting thing is that each member of the audience has a Harry story.
Yeah.
I went to see Harry in 1979, and it was my anniversary, and I took my wife, and they go back and they remember all this, and his stories are so real, because they're a lot of them are about real people and real things that have happened.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the thing that I'm most interested in Harry and his music. Why I'm so interested and passionate about it and I've noticed that when I write, I kind of lean that way.
Really?
Much more intimate songs that have some kind of connection. There's some kind of personal relationship going on or something like that. So I think that's it. That's it in a nutshell.
Is it safe to assume, is he your all-time favorite artist in terms of influence? And
I think in terms of influence on my music, yes.
Yeah.
I think I have a lot of all-time favorite artists, the Beatles, Crosby, Stills, Nash.
Sure.
To name a few. But I think as far as someone that has an impact on what I do musically, definitely, without a doubt.
Yeah. We also have some audio of some audience reactions to the show, and we should listen to this too, because this will kind of give an idea too to people of what to expect. And of course, if you are just joining us, Lou Antonucci is here with us in studio, and he's going to play for us later too. So that'll also give you an idea, obviously. And we always enjoy that when Lou comes in and plays.
And this clip, by the way, the audio. We did a show in Pittsburgh, and the videographer that was doing video of the show would grab people as they were leaving the show.
Oh, okay.
And just say, hey, what did you think?
Yeah, so these are all very spontaneous, just right after the show. Yeah. Let's give this a listen here.
This performance tonight was absolutely amazing. It was way, way better than what I even expected. And what I expected was great. Really liked it, and we're definitely coming back again.
Lou was totally amazing. Had so much fun tonight. This is as good as it gets.
Man, Lou's show is just great. What a tribute to Harry and all his great music. And it was just a wonderful, wonderful show. Thank you, Lou.
Lou, you were great. It was wonderful. We grew up listening to Harry Chapin, and this was a great night. Thank you, Steamworks, for hosting Lou. We will be back again.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. By the way, so where was that Steamworks?
It's a listening room north of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
In a town called Gibsonia, PA. And the last gentleman before the two women at the end, Johnny Vento, he runs the place, and he was kind enough to give his little impression of the show as well. He's a pretty well-known musician in the Pittsburgh area.
Okay.
And runs that great listening room. And matter of fact, I'm going back there in August for my third straight You, Me, and Harry show.
Oh, no kidding.
At his venue, yeah.
Oh, very cool.
And you might be able to tell from a few of the audience members, it's one of those, you can bring your own bottle places.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Great place.
Oh, that's excellent. By the way, so there's somebody in the chat room on YouTube who I'm not going to say who it is yet, because this person had emailed me and wanted to call in and surprise you, and it relates to the show. It relates to You, Me, and Harry. So I'm not going to say who it is because I don't want to ruin the surprise if they call in. So hopefully they're still listening, but they are in the chat room. So we'll see. If they don't call by the end of the show, I'll go ahead and say who it is. But I don't want to wreck the surprise because I know they wanted to surprise you, but it's someone you know.
As long as it's not Harry's lawyer calling me about performance rights.
Although this may or may not be a hint, but this individual posted in the chat room, hashtag when in doubt, do something. I don't know if that gives it away or not, but
I think it might.
You think it might? Okay.
I think it might, but we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see if they call. Now, how many of these performances have you done? How many of this show, you, me, and Harry?
Oh, I think over the last couple of years, just about 8 or 10.
Okay.
I've got 6 more coming up.
Yeah.
2 in August, coming up, heading back to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I've got I'm doing a week back there. I've got a concert, an outdoor concert in Monroeville, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
At the Monroeville Community Park.
Yeah.
But I'm doing more than just Harry at that show. I'm doing Harry and James Taylor and, and Neil Young. And then that weekend, I'm back at the Peter J. Daly Cultural Center in Brownsville, PA, doing You, Me, and Harry. That's Friday night.
Okay.
The 15th of August. And then the 16th of August, I'm back at Steamworks for an 8 p.m. show. So looking forward to that. And then as we get into September, got 2 more shows. I go up to Maine on September 19th.
Okay.
At Cadenza, and that's my 3rd year in a row doing the show there. So something must be working right because the venues keep asking me back. And then heading down to a new venue, Wellfleet Preservation Hall. It's on the Cape. It's in Wellfleet.
Okay.
Doing that show on the 20th. So lots of good things happening. But I don't. Again, my schedule now, starting in June, is pretty full.
Yeah.
Playing places like Homestead Tavern in Merrimack. I'll be there tonight, as a matter of fact. 6 to 9:30 if you're out and about this evening.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, for our live listeners. Yeah, where is that again?
It's in Merrimack.
In Merrimack,
the Homestead Tavern. Then I'll be at actually the Homestead Tavern up in Bristol next Saturday. And then, you can see my schedule at louantonucci.com.
Yeah.
Of all the other shows I've got going through July, August, and September.
Excellent. Yeah. No, you stay very busy. Now, has the show changed as you've gone about doing these performances? Does it change? Like, do you change the set list, or do you have something kind of locked in, or do you kind of feel the crowd? Or
well, that's a good question. What I'll typically do when I do have an overall set list that if I played that whole set list of Chapin tunes, it would probably take up about 3 hours.
Yeah.
But with all the backstories that I do, I really only use about an hour and a half worth of actual song music.
Okay.
And so what I'll do is before the show, I'll walk around, I'll talk to people in the audience, I'll find, what's your favorite Chapin tune, right?
Yeah.
And if it's not in that particular set list, I'll replace something with that song.
Oh, okay.
I did that one night. I know there's a song by Harry that that's called Corey's Coming, which is like a huge favorite of Chapin fans.
Oh, okay.
And I typically do it in most of my shows. And I didn't have it in this particular set list. And as I'm talking to the folks, I talked to one gentleman, and he says, "Are you going to do Corey's Coming tonight?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, I didn't have it in the set list, but if you'd like to hear it." And before I could finish, he said, I named my daughter Corey.
Oh, wow.
After Harry's songs. Corey's Coming. So I said, well, you know what? I've got to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I did it, and about 2/3 of the way, now I hadn't played it for a few days, 2/3 of the way through the song, I forgot the 3rd verse.
Oh, no.
Now Harry would do that sometimes.
Yeah.
So, but what's interesting is there's so many Chapin fans in the audience.
Yeah.
After trying for 20 seconds of the song, playing through some instrumental, I finally said, folks, I forgot the verse. Does anybody know this verse?
Yeah.
And finally, there was someone in the audience that yelled out the first couple lines of the verse.
Uh-oh.
I had it, and then I went through it, and everybody, went along with it. But so I do mix it up. Generally it's the same. There's some songs that are always there.
Yeah.
But then there are others that I'll interchange.
Okay. But that's interesting that, so when you're going around and you're talking to everybody before the show, so in a sense, they're actually helping shape the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they don't even know, because it's funny, because as you're going around and you're introducing yourself to people and asking them questions like, what's your favorite Harry Chapin song and things like that, it probably never even occurs to them that they're influencing what the show is going to be that night to a small extent, but it does. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, there's a certain number of songs that these fans will expect.
Yeah.
If you're doing a Harry Chapin show. And it's not, the typical songs always are Cats in the Cradle and Taxi.
Yeah.
But songs like Corey's Coming or Mr. Tanner, songs like that where kind of the general audience out there may not be familiar with unless they would go to Harry Chapin concerts.
Yeah.
But these folks, the ones that come to this show, they know them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it makes it great. It makes a lot of fun.
Oh, that's awesome. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello, Matt.
Yes, welcome. You're on the air.
Well, thank you. Hey, Lou, how you doing?
Hi, Lynn. How are you?
How'd you know it's me?
I know you. I know your voice. Plus, Matt gave me a little hint with the hashtag "When in doubt, do something."
Ah, yes.
I didn't mean to be so obvious.
So, who are you, Len?
I'm sorry, Lou.
No, I was asking who are you, Len, but turn down your radio, please, or your computer. We're getting, we're hearing everything twice.
I'm sorry about that. I'm upstairs at home, not in the studio, so I'm probably, let me see what I can do about killing some sound here. Is this any better?
Yeah, sounds fine. Sounds fine. So who are you, Len? And how do you know Lou?
Well, Lou and I got acquainted because of the Harry Chapin fan-based community. I was a friend of Harry's, and I host a monthly podcast, I guess you could call it, called Chapin Chat Live, which is global.
Oh, wow.
Lou joined in and blessed us with his talents, and we've become great friends over time, and I think what Lou is doing with you, me, and Harry is just not only a phenomenal show and tribute, but it's extremely unique in what goes on with respect to Harry's music, memory, and his humanitarian legacy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, outstanding. Well, that's quite an endorsement.
Thanks, Lynn. That check is in the mail.
Well, no, I really don't have to. I really don't have to promote Lou all that much. He's very good at shameless self-promotion.
Oh my! Well, that's what it takes, though, right? That's important. Nobody's going to do it for you. You got to get out there and do it. So that's what it takes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I just figured I'd give Lou a little bit of a surprise from down here in Buenos Aires, Argentina. And Lou, I am streaming this on the community page, so everybody's getting it all over the world.
Fantastic.
Great.
We like that. We like that.
And nothing wrong with that, huh?
Not a thing. Not a thing. Well, very good, Len. We appreciate you. Anything else?
Nothing really. Just Lou, break a leg, and we appreciate what you're doing for Harry, for the community, and gosh, look, I knew Harry for several years before his untimely death, and I was pretty close with him. One thing that Lou's show has that no other show has, Harry had this incredible ability, and Lou kind of described it. Whether you were in an intimate setting with Harry or a 35,000-seat arena, stadium, amphitheater, you felt like you were sitting in your living room with him or in his living room.
Yeah.
And that's the uniqueness of Lou's show.
Wow.
He doesn't try to be Harry, but you feel it.
Yeah.
You're just taken back. And it's become generational because we now have 3 generations of people truly enjoying Harry's stories and music. And Lou, you're just doing a great thing, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Very good.
Thanks, Len.
Very good. Well, Len, thank you so much for calling. Geez, all the way from Argentina. Is that where you said you are?
Absolutely.
Wow. And what's the name of your podcast one more time? Let's give that a quick plug while you're on the line.
It's called Shape and Chat Live.
Okay.
And it's generally the second Saturday night of every month. And you can find us in Facebook at Harry Chapin, Long Live Harry Chapin.
Okay.
And join the community. We welcome folks all the time. And Matt, if you've got an open invitation to join us for any of the Chapin Chat Live shows.
Very good. Very good. All right. We will check that out. All right, Len. Well, hey, it's wonderful to meet you, and thank you for calling us today.
My pleasure. You guys have a good show.
All right. Thanks, Len.
Thanks, Len.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, that's pretty cool, huh? It's quite an endorsement. He's very enthusiastic about what you're doing.
Yeah, he's well, as he said, he was a very good friend of Harry's, and and he was a DJ for many years.
Oh, okay.
And that's how he met Harry.
Okay.
When he was DJing, and Harry was doing his DJ stops like in the old days when we were promoting.
Yeah.
And they became friends, and he runs this podcast and this group on Facebook.
Yeah.
And he does have a couple thousand members.
Oh, wow.
All over the world.
Oh, fantastic.
So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's excellent. That's excellent. Well, do you want to play something for us?
Sure. One of the songs I wanted to do from the show for you, as a matter of fact, I think we have a little clip on this one, too.
Let's see here.
About Martin Tuberty.
Oh, yeah.
Neighbor.
Yeah.
I'll set it up a little bit, and then that little clip can set it up even further.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about, there's a lot of interaction during the show.
Yeah.
And when I go to introduce Harry's song, Mr. Tanner, which is a song about a dry cleaner who also sings opera on the side. His name is Martin Tuberty. And it's a Harry Chapin fan favorite. Okay. Oh. If you've been to Harry Chapin concerts, you know this song. And I was doing a show in Vermont, and I typically will to start this song, I'll say, anybody in the audience know who Martin Tuberty is?
Yeah.
And someone will raise their hand, or maybe not. Maybe nobody does. And this gentleman in the middle of the audience raises his hand. He's like, oh, excited.
Yeah.
And I figure he's going to say, yeah, Martin Tuberty is really Mr. Tanner.
Right.
So I call on him, and it turns out, well, let's play the clip, and we'll see what happens.
All right, cool. Let's play the clip.
One by the name of Martin Tuberty. Does that ring a bell for anybody on? Okay.
He's our next door neighbor. Not kidding.
Really?
He lives across the street from us.
The real?
The real Martin Tuberty. I'll tell you about it at the break, but...
I wish I knew. I would have him come do his part. So we're going to do it without Martin. But I can't believe that. You're serious.
There's a whole story behind it, but yeah, I figured it out. I asked him. He confirmed it. He did not know that it was him until I told him about it, and then ultimately he got in touch with Tom, and they've
used him in a couple shows?
They've used him in some shows.
Can you call him? You think he could come over and do it with us?
It'd be a 3.5-hour drive for him.
Oh, okay, all right. You didn't drive 3.5 hours to
we did, but the other day.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for being here so much. Okay, anyway, sorry folks, a little side conversation. So you do know Martin Tuberty. Martin Tuberty at the time, the way I understand it, lived in Weston, Connecticut. And he had gone twice to New York City, once in 1971, 1972. He was a dry cleaner who, on the side, sang opera, loved opera. And so he went in for his big-time shot in New York. And both times he got panned rather unceremoniously by the critics. And so Harry actually read the story, and he saw it twice in the New York Times. And Harry You changed the name from Mr. Tuberty to Mr. Tanner. You changed the city from Western Connecticut to Dayton, Ohio. And you get probably one of his fans' all-time favorites. This little thing called Mr. Tanner.
That's crazy, though. There was somebody there, wow, who just, wow.
Yeah, and it was interesting because Martin lives in Connecticut, still does.
Yeah.
His show was up in Vermont, and here this gentleman was on vacation.
Yeah.
With his wife up in Vermont because he lives down in Connecticut.
Yeah.
And saw the promotion for the show and Chapin fan, so he had to come to the show.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So it was really pretty interesting.
That's cool.
Anyway, so let me do a little bit of Mr. Tanner. So when Harry does Mr. Tanner, his bass player, Big John Wallace, would sing this operatic part in the background.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so when I do it, obviously there's no opera singer to sing along with me, but
yeah.
So that part's not in here, but the rest of the song is there.
Okay.
This is Mr. Tanner.
All right.
Tanner was a cleaner from a town in the Midwest, and of all the cleaning shops around, he'd made his the best. But he also was a baritone, sang while hanging clothes. He practiced scales while pressing tails, sang at local shows. His friends and neighbors praised the voice poured out from his throat, said that he should use his gift instead of cleaning coats. But music was his life, it was not his livelihood, and it made him feel so happy, made him feel so good. And he sang from his heart, and he sang from his soul. He did not know how well he sang, it just made him whole. Friends kept working on him to try music out full time. A big debut and rave reviews, great career to climb. Finally they got to him, he would take the fling. The concert agent in New York agreed to have him sing. And there were plane tickets, phone calls, money spent to rent the hall. It took most of his savings, but he gladly used them all. But music was his life, it was not his livelihood, and it made him feel so happy, it made him feel so good. And he sang from his heart, and he sang from his soul. He did not know how well he sang, it just made him whole. The evening came, he took the stage, his face set in a smile, and in the half-filled hall the critics sat, watching on the aisle. But the concert was a blur to him, spatters of applause. He did not know how well he sang, only heard the flaws. But the critics were concise, only took 4 lines. No one could accuse them of being overkind. Mr. Martin Tanner, baritone of Dayton, Ohio, made his town hall debut last night. He came well prepared, but unfortunately his presentation was not up to contemporary professional standards. His voice lacks the range of tonal color necessary to make it consistently interesting. Full-time consideration of another endeavor might be in order. He came home to Dayton and was questioned by his friends. Smiled and just said nothing, never sang again. Except very late at night when the shop was dark and closed. He sang softly to himself as he sorted through the clothes. The music was his life, it was not his livelihood, and it made him feel so happy, made him feel so good, and he sang from his heart, sang from his soul. He did not know how well he sang, it just made him whole.
Oh, I love that. That is so good.
That was awesome.
That is so good. If you're just joining us, Lou Antonucci is here with us live in studio, and we've been talking about his show, You, Me, and Harry. And that's it's funny too. That song, it's like it's funny but sad at the same time, you know. And obviously that's something Harry Chapin was really pretty good at. Pulling that off. Yeah,
because most of Harry's songs, they deal with emotion, they deal with people in these situations, and which is why my wife will never go to the show, because she says all she does.
Really?
All she does is cry at Harry Chapin songs.
Oh, so, no kidding! Wow. Yeah.
But that was Harry. Although he's got his. He's got his songs like 30,000 Pounds of Bananas and Six String Orchestra. And so, during the show, there's the mix.
Yeah.
Where we do the upbeat and some funny songs as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it probably depends on the audience, right? I would imagine this varies from show to show, but maybe not. Is there any particular song that really kind of gets a particularly, strong reaction from the crowd, or where?
Well, there's a couple. Certainly, Taxi does.
Yeah.
That's everybody just. I mean, Taxi typically. I know the last show I did in Pittsburgh, they were singing every word.
Yeah.
Of every verse with me for the whole song. Wow. And I'll do that one in a little bit. One of the songs that. I think everybody really gets into, because Harry used to always close his show with it, is a song called Circle.
Okay.
I never thought about how pervasive this song is until I was doing a show up in Laconia. My regular playing at Fratello's up in Laconia one night. And there was a grandmother there with her young granddaughter who was probably about 6. And they came up to me during a break. And the grandmother said, "We just love your music." And I looked at the little girl and I said, you probably don't know a lot of these songs, right? Because the songs I do are from the 70s and 80s, and certainly Harry Chapin stuff. And the little girl says, "Oh, no, I know Circle. I love Circle." And I said, "Really?" And she goes, "Yeah, we sing it every Sunday at Sunday school."
Oh, wow.
And so it's just so, that's the thing about Harry and his music. It's still, multiple generations. It's still, very prevalent today.
Oh, yeah.
But when we do this song, I think I've got a clip if you want to play.
Yeah, I can play this clip,
of a Circle, where what I do is this is where I get the audience engaged with singing along, and I'll bring up individual members and then hopefully go out with everybody singing.
Yeah.
Let's take a listen to that.
Let's check this out.
All right.
Okay, Lou.
Now, Johnny, I want you to show them how it's done.
I've never done this song in my life.
You're going to do it now. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Go ahead.
All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. The moon rolls through the nighttime till the daybreak comes around. life's a circle, but I can't tell you why. Seasons spinning round again, the years keep rolling by.
Okay, there you go, John. Okay, one more time, folks. I want you to belt it out now, and then we'll have a big finish. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh wait, she want to sing it? Oh wait, she's gonna sing it. Oh, bend the mic down. There you go. Ready?
Ready. All my life's a circle, sunrise
And sundown. Don't fall asleep.
The moon rolls through the nighttime
till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle,
but I can't tell you why.
Seasons spinning round
again.
Years keep rolling by. Thank you. All right, does anybody else want to come up and... All right, Joe, get your butt up here. All right. Joe happens to be a personal acquaintance of Harriet. Here we go. 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, 4.
All my life's a circle.
Yeah.
Sunrise and sundown. The moon rose through the nighttime till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, and I can't tell you why. The seasons ring round again. The years keep rolling by.
Okay, folks, this is it. Everybody now, I want to hear you as loud as you can do you. We want Harry to hear you upstairs. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. Moon rolls through the nighttime till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, I can't tell you why. Seasons spinning round again, and the years keep rolling by. Here we go, big finish. And the years keep rolling by. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been so much fun. Thank you.
You know, that's cool. You know what strikes me about that, too, as we're listening to that is even if you're not a Harry Chapin fan, even if you just happen to buy a ticket to the show because you're looking for something to do that night, and you're like, yeah, I'll check this out, see what it is. That sounds fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know?
No, and that's how we finish the show.
Yeah,
typically,
yeah. That's a great way to do it.
I've had people come up to me. I know there's when I play in Brownsville, PA, at the Cultural Center there, the CEO of the Mon Valley Academy for the Arts, which runs that event, came up to me, and he's a musician. He and I know each other from years ago because I lived in that area. And he came up to me after when I'd done the show there, and he said, I was never really a Harry Chapin fan, but I am now.
No kidding. Yeah. That's cool.
So that makes it all worthwhile.
Absolutely. You want to do Taxi?
Yeah, sure.
I want to make sure we don't run out of time because you've played this for us before and it's really good.
All right. Just a little note on this one. A lot of people, we tell this story in the show, a lot of people wonder, is that a true story?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's really not. Harry never drove a taxi. I never picked up a fare named Sue. Okay.
Yeah.
However, he did have a college girlfriend named Kate McIntyre, or Claire McIntyre, excuse me.
Yeah.
And she left New York and moved to San Francisco to study, and they kind of fell apart. They were dating, quite a bit.
Yeah.
And really, this was his song about what would happen if the two of them would meet up.
Okay.
So that's really the evolution of this song.
All right.
It was raining hard in Frisco. Needed one more fare to make my night. Lady up ahead waved to flag me down. She got in at the light. Now where you going to, my lady blue? It's a shame you ruined your gown in the rain. She just looked out the window, said 16 Parkside Lane. Something about her was familiar. I could swear I'd seen her face before, but she said, I'm sure you're mistaken, and she didn't say anything more. Took a while, but she looked in the mirror. Then she glanced at the license for my name. A smile seemed to come to her slowly. It was a sad smile just the same. And she said, how are you, Harry? I said, how are you, Sue? Through the too many miles, too little smiles, I still remember you. Yes, it was somewhere in a fairy tale. I used to take her home in my car. We learned about love in the back of a Dodge. The lesson hadn't gone too far. Well, she was gonna be an actress, and I was gonna learn to fly. She took off to find the footlights. I took off to find the sky. Well, I've got something inside me to drive a princess blind. There's a wild man wizard hiding in me, illuminating my mind. I've got something inside me, not what my life's about. 'Cause I've been letting my outside tide me over till my time runs out. Baby so high that she's skying. Yes, she's flying, afraid to fall. I'll tell you why baby's crying, 'cause she's dying, aren't we all? But there was not much more for us to talk about. Whatever we'd had once was gone. So I turned my cab into the driveway, past the gate and the fine trim lawns. And she said we must get together, but I knew it'd never be arranged. And she'd hand me $20 for a $2.50 fare. She said, Harry, keep the change. Well, another man might have been angry. Another man might have been hurt. Another man never would have let her go. I stashed the bill in my shirt. And she walked away in silence, It's strange how you never know. We'd both gotten what we'd asked for such a long, long time ago. She was gonna be an actress, I was gonna learn to fly. She took off to find the footlights, I took off to find the sky. And here she's acting happy inside her handsome home. And me, I'm flying in my taxi, taking tips and getting stoned. I go flying so high when I'm stoned.
Oh my God, that is beautiful.
Just gorgeous.
Wow.
Thank you.
Well done.
Gorgeous.
Well done. Absolutely. If you are just joining us, Lou Antonucci is here with us live in studio, and we've been talking about You, Me, and Harry. What's the full? It's You, Me, and Harry.
Oh, You, Me, and Harry. You, Me, and Harry, celebrating the music of Harry Chapin.
Celebrating the music of Harry Chapin. Okay, I want to make sure we got the full title in there. And now, when is the next one again that you're doing?
The next one is outside of Pittsburgh, August the 15th.
Okay.
In Brownsville, PA.
Yeah.
And then August 16th in Gibsonia, PA. And then September is Maine.
Okay.
Up in Freeport, Cadenza. And that's the 19th. And then the 20th of September is Wellfleet Preservation Hall on the Cape.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Now, where should people go online to learn more about the show if they want to, or if they just want to make sure they get to one, put it on their calendar? Like, where's the best place to go?
Best place to go is You, Me, and Harry. It's all just written out the way it sounds, no spaces.
Okay.
YouMeandHarry.com.
Okay.
Okay. Right? They could also go to LouAntonucci.com.
Yeah.
But that's more about me than the show.
Sure,
right?
sure.
But YouMeandHarry.com, they can see the schedule. If they go to LouAntonucci.com, they can see my full schedule, which includes those shows as well as the local things around here.
Yeah, excellent. When's your next show that's not for You, Me, and Harry, but where you're just doing some of your original material?
Well, I always do a little bit of my original material when I play out, like at the restaurant. So my next show is tonight.
Oh, you're playing it. Oh, yeah, for our live listeners, where are you going to be tonight?
In Merrimack at the Homestead Tavern.
Excellent. Very good.
Tonight, 6 to 9:30.
Oh, you do the full. I mean, obviously you take breaks, but you do the full 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I usually go about an hour and 20 minutes, take a 10-minute break, and then do another hour and 20 minutes.
Nice. Yeah. Excellent. But
those are I call those shows my background music shows.
Yeah, right, right.
People don't always pay attention, but that's fine. That's what it is. Although I will tell you this: typically, usually I'll do Taxi about halfway through my first set.
Yeah.
And if people haven't been listening, they're listening and applauding after that one.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It gets their attention. So
that's awesome. Well, very, very good. Lou, thank you so much. This is always wonderful to have you here.
Oh, I love doing it. It's a lot of fun.
Oh,
you guys are great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We try. I'm thinking in a moment we've got to start to wrap up. I was thinking I might play one of your studio tracks. I Saw Their Guns. I have the right title.
Yeah.
That's we played that on the show before. I remember I really liked that song a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, great sax by Richard Gardzina on that.
Oh, okay.
He used to play with, he lives in New Hampshire, but he used to play with Tower of Power.
Oh.
And some other big bands.
Oh, and, excellent.
Plays all kind of horns, but does some great sax on here.
Yeah. Great track. And I want to thank everybody who was on the show today. Of course, Jersey Calling was amazing. And Parietal Eye. I almost forgot how to say parietal. Parietal Eye. They were a lot of fun in the first hour. And Jenny, of course, you got a lot going on. You want to plug your website?
I got a lot of catching up to do on the website, but there's quite a bit on there already. So go check out jencoffee.com, JENN COFFUI.com.
And if you want to know more about me and everything that I've got going on, mattconnerton.com. And we will close out today's show with this. This is I Saw Their Guns. This is the great Lou Antonucci. And Lou, once again, thank you so much. Yep.
Unaware of how his life is but a question now, I see him standing in the cold. The headlights pierce the night. Beyond the lights, I see the terror in his eyes. I saw their guns. I saw them gunning him down. I saw them run. I saw them running from town. Sirens rang. I watched them carry him away. The smell of sulfur hung upon the midnight air. A pool of blood beneath my feet. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, no place to go tonight. No story to tell, I'm living